Is your mountain like a single peak or is it kind of like ragged or rigid or whatever? I don't know what word fix that.
What do you mean by ragged?
Like, is it like a singular peak or is it kind of like a mountain range?
Well, it's not really a range. It's kind of just like a cliff-ish.
Okay.
Alyssa?
Cassie, what kind of truck was it?
What kind of truck was it? It's a Ford. And the truck is black.
Felicity?
Jada, you said you had a rainbow in your introduction, right?
Yeah.
Where does your rainbow start approximately?
Where does it start?
Yeah, like does it start off of an object or is it kind of just mid-sky or?
It just mid-sky.
I have another question now. You said you had a dark sky and a rainbow.
Yeah.
Okay, I just need the yes or no.
You look like you had a question over there.
I'm thinking.
Sorry. Alyssa?
Cassie, what kind of van was it?
Never.
What breed of birds?
I don't know bird breeds. Falcon, maybe? I don't know. I'm trying to remember that peregrine falcon from the one movie we watched about that disabled guy. Angelina Jolie. Alyssa?
Was the bird light brown or dark brown?
It's dark brown. It's kind of far away, so it's not super clear, but it looks done. Jackson?
Is it just pine trees, or are there other trees mixed in there?
It only looks like pine trees.
Nick, what color are like the steps to the
The
porch?
steps?
I gotta stop slouching.
So the lower step is like a lighter gray, it's more like sidewalk. And the higher step looks like it was actually done with a nicer stone, like it was polished more. It's a bit of a deeper stone gray.
Stop smiling.
What kind of design are the tires on the truck?
And it's not- I couldn't tell the brand on the truck.
Yeah, just shape, like the design on it.
The tire marks or just the tire?
Tire marks?
What does the tire look
What do you mean?
like? What does the tire look like?
Is that visible? Do you think that's visible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not super visible.
Sounds like an
Well, what's the,
Sounds like you're trying to hide something.
how were you looking at the car? Is it head on?
Head on.
Okay.
What color was the van?
What color is the van? That's gray. Like a steel gray, I said.
So you're looking at the house. Are the cars parked towards the house or like are they backed in?
They're back then.
Paige, you've been real quiet.
How many questions to ask? Second coughing. It says.
Cool.
Nick.
Oh my gosh, you are hounding that man.
Yeah.
He's very suspicious.
What?
What side is the truck on?
What side? So it looks like two cars could be driven in to the side by side, but they're both on the right side. So the van backed in, then the truck backed in.
Okay.
Christopher.
Are there any lights on or off in the house that you could see through the
One light
windows?
on through the downstairs window.
Okay. And so the other ones are off.
Yep.
How many are off?
Only are off.
Yeah. How many?
Well, there's only two other windows. They're both upstairs, and they both look to be off.
Mhm.
There's no light coming from those windows. Yeah.
Jaden, you said there's a house in your picture, right?
Yeah.
Can you see
Oh,
5.
maybe if you wore your grandma
And you said the house was white, correct?
Jane, where are there like any surroundings to the house, or is it, can you basically just see the house and not
Like-
worry about
Other surroundings, as in
like anything around the house?
there's a little shed and a truck, I think.
Alyssa.
Jaden, what color is the shed?
Like a light brown.
What color's the house?
White.
Alyssa.
Jaden, is there a front yard?
Yeah.
Christopher.
How would you describe the condition of this house?
In good condition. A little rust on the roof.
Rust on the roof, okay, so it's a metal roof. Okay, metal roof.
Alyssa.
Is there anything in the front
Jaden's
yard?
getting hounded now.
You said in the front yard?
Every
No.
time I look at you,
How do you know? Can you see it clearly?
Jackson.
Can you see the front yard clearly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jackson.
Yeah,
Could you describe the background of your picture again?
there's a mountain, a dark sky, and a rainbow. That's literally the background.
Can you see if there's any? It sounds like a description to me.
Oh no, it caught me flirting with you.
What's up?
Jaden,
Oh my
God.
god, sorry.
does your house have a fence around it?
No.
Because it's not in the description of the house.
Jane, what's the color of the bird in your?
Raise your
picture?
hand.
I
Does
didn't
someone
say
raise
there
their
was a
hand before
bird
you?
in my picture.
Yeah, that was her.
Who's the man?
Alexia.
Are there any lights on in your house?
Lights on wheel.
No.
Rose tea.
Amira, can you describe the water in your picture again?
Like the color or like what?
Any descriptions you can think of?
Well, The river's a tad bit lighter than the open water. It looks pretty calm. Doesn't look like there's like wind or anything pushing it. Yeah.
Does it open up to like a huge body of water or like kind of just like a little body?
It looks big. Like I can't see the other side, so that's why I assumed it was an ocean. But I don't know. Alexia.
Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, but you did say there was one light on, right?
One light on,
That was
yup.
upstairs?
Mm-hmm. No, downstairs.
She wants to go shit.
Downstairs, the left, like bottom left of the house. It was.
Why are you looking at me like the girl?
I keep on forgetting I'm gonna ask you, but every single time I'll listen.
Then write your questions down.
Oh, does like your landscape in it, does it look like, the area, does it look untouched by man?
Yeah, there wasn't any like man-made structures I could see. Alexia.
Was there snow on your mountain?
I don't think so. No, it's just a cliffish. There's
Jaden.
grass though. Jackson.
Jaden, was there snow on your mountain?
No.
I want to ask something on that. It's not really a question.
Say it.
I'm trying to think how to word it.
I thought you were straight for a second. I was like, what are you doing?
I have a question for you.
Switching roles.
So, can you give me an overall like, kind of like you got the house here, and then just kind
What
of
I'm seeing.
point out like door, windows, roof, kind of like just,
So like in overall the house,
yeah, just like paint a picture.
so think your like basic 2-story house.
Mhm.
There's the garage on the right side of the house.
Mhm.
Then there's a little bush in front of the bottom, like the downstairs window that has the light on. It's a larger window, it's wider than taller. It looks like it spans most of the room. There's a bush below that, then there's a big tree in the front yard, and then there's a little tree off to the left. Then I see the forest in the back.
Why are you like stroking an imaginary beard? Not you, Chris.
Because it's fun.
Don't do that.
Okay, Mary, you would say you know your picture really well, right?
Like
Would you be able to-
without looking at it?
Yeah, would you be able to describe it all if you know it really well?
Probably not all of it, but what? What?
You've been looking at this picture for minutes and you can't describe it perfectly, how could you?
I mean, I've got the basic idea, but if you ask me like in-depth details, probably have to look at it again.
Without looking at the picture.
Big body of water leading to, like I said, a river. There's like pine trees in the bottom left corner, and then like a cliff with some trees on the right. Some black clouds, little bird on the cliff. I don't know what else you want.
Nick, is yours more like a realism picture, or is it like a drawn picture?
What?
It's drawn out, or?
It's a realistic picture. It looks like someone walked in front of the house and just took a picture. Like you went on Google Maps and went down
Like
the
how
road.
Craig goes to Alice and Monic's house.
Yeah.
So not creepy whatsoever.
Wait, what?
That was a good one.
Okay, it's obviously a mirror, she's obviously so small.
I'm sus. Why? Because I called you out? Alyssa.
How many mountains were there?
What? It's more cliffish, but just one.
You needed to look at your papers, your picture.
It makes me feel better looking at it, okay?
Just not something you don't have a picture of.
Okay. You think that.
Your glasses are really reflective.
Yes. Care to explain?
Well, you see, when there's a light and there's a glass, it's kind of, you know.
That's crazy.
Chris?
Okay, wait, so Jade, you're saying that your picture is a house and then there's, the background is just the dark sky and the rainbow and the mountain and the hills. Is there, and you just, like you said, there's still a shed and the yard and everything, okay? Like, is this like a rural house then? Is, you know, how would you describe the overall location that it's in?
Difference between rural and urban.
Probably in like the middle of nowhere, like the mountains.
Virgo, you look stressed.
Jackson?
You stressed the man
Jade,
out.
can you tell if it's raining in the picture?
It is not right.
What's the condition of the backyard?
Mountain.
How does the river and body of water interact with each other again? Like, where are they located on the map?
The
Or on
river-
the picture?
The river comes from the bottom and then like a little before halfway-ish goes into big ocean.
Which is where?
Most, well, the sky is like probably quarter-ish of the top, and then the ocean's just below that.
Virgo, you'd be awful at
What?
You'd be awful at
Craig would be like,
You're
wait, are you
like,
sure?
no.
Are you sure?
No, because she said something earlier, like kind of.
Alright, we're just gonna ask a couple more questions.
Contradict yourself, and then she said that.
Final questions here, what do you got for me?
Alyssa.
Cassie, how big would you
Time
say
to
the
figure out
truck
who did
is?
it.
How big is the truck? Your average, it's like an F-150, just an average
Jackson.
truck. It doesn't look modified or anything.
Haslop, describe the conditions of the trees.
Conditions of the trees,
Yes.
it looks like it's probably around spring. It still has leaves, so the trees look healthy.
Alyssa to you.
Does the texture of the water change when it opens up like waves or currents or anything?
I'm pretty sure it's still clear. Yeah, it looks pretty flat the whole time.
James. Are you the imposter?
Can you do it?
No answer.
Yeah, thanks.
That
What
was
brand is
close.
your truck?
What brand was the truck for?
Yeah, that's true.
Any more questions?
No, I think we're good. Right now.
We're good? Got a lot of good questions. All right, so, let's take a vote now. Don't let your peers influence your vote.
You should do heads down.
Good plan.
That's a good plan.
Yep, heads down. Yep, heads down.
Heads down.
Good plan. No peeking.
All right. Quietly raise your hand if you think Jaden is telling the truth. Okay. Put your hands down. Raise your hand if you think Nick is telling the truth, meaning he has a picture. All right. Now, raise your hand if you think Amira is telling the truth. All right. All right, you put your hands down. Wow, very interesting.
Are we done?
Yes, raise your hand.
Why?
Why? I'm calling you. Why do you think Jaden is telling the truth?
He was very descriptive on the house.
Okay. Why do you think Nick was telling the truth?
Because he was able to describe the trees to me, describe the house to me, and describe the cars to me.
All right. Then everybody else voted for Amira. Why did you guys think that she was telling the truth?
I chose Amira because the first thing was their body language. He wouldn't stop moving his legs. He wouldn't stop moving his feet. She was completely still.
Uh-huh.
She seemed to like look at her paper more like intently. He rarely looked at his paper or like it looked like he faked open his folder, and he had too many details for me to be like, that's correct. And then he stuttered a couple times and looked like he was thinking before he opened his folder.
All right.
Yeah.
I'd like to add on to it,
Yeah.
because I realized when I was describing, asking questions about like the vehicles and whatnot, they like when plans happen for long, he like do that and then say the answer or would look at them at all.
Or he explained the truck very well, the exact type of it, but you couldn't tell us the type of the van at all. So he obviously, or maybe made up that entire thing.
Yeah, or when Chris was asking Heslop a question, and then Heslop like interrupted him, like before he finished it, and then
That didn't happen.
Yes, it did.
I'm not, how are you?
This happened.
Like, are you okay?